Yes. Oh, why is my Twitch sound on? That's right. I was actually watching Twitch for once the other night. I forgot about that. That was it first. Okay, holy crap, here we go. Man, we still need a Kangaskhan. That's gonna suck. The Hawlucha, Dedenne, the Talonflame, the Bellsprout. Alright, where are we gonna go to try and hunt one of these things? We just need one Dratini. Good timing. Why is it good? Please tell me you're not on the toilet again. So that's immediately where my mind went. After the last two times. Before I'm gonna, oh, of course. Okay, we're going in that direction. Awesome. Wow. Glad I can be the companion in the bathroom. That's funny to think about. Like, yep. I'm like the what do you call it? The oh shit, what are they called? What are they called? I can't remember what they're called. The social, no. I'll just watch through the gap in the doorway. Let's make this as weird as possible. Or it'd be even funnier if the bathroom had a window and you just see me peeking out of the very bottom corner. Here it is. Alright, we're gonna go for, Dratini first. Let's go for it. Some bathrooms have windows. It's been a long time since I've been in a house that had a bathroom window. Weird real talk, but here we are. Ah, shit. This isn't good. Oh, we hate this layout. We do not like these layouts. This is the worst layout we could have gotten for this. But yeah, it's funny. I really burned myself out on shiny hunting over that time when, during the move, because this is all I had. This is literally all I had. Yo, what up, Infernal? Welcome back. How is it going? Now the Ark server is finally restored. At long last. I hate that. That was stressing me out trying to figure it out. I don't know if this is in range or not, so let's just see what happens. What does make sense to me are bathrooms on the first floor that have a big window. That's weird. At least the second floor, you can kind of be like, eh, maybe it's fine. That first floor, though, you're just asking for it. I don't know if these Dratini are in range of this reset spot, just so we're clear. This may have to be scrapped. Which would be no bueno. I've slowly figured out from my experimenting over that long time when I was AFK, the shiny, God, making the shiny donut is awful in this game. The grind for it sucks. It bumps the odds to a 1 in 500, which is nice. It's double, you know, what it would be normally without a shiny donut. But, oh my God, the resources to make it are insane. Ephemeral tomorrow? What the hell is ephemeral? It's not immediately coming to mind whatever this is, if this is something I've heard of before. It may be something I've heard of and I don't remember, but I'm just not making the connection. Oh my God, it's easy! Huh. Well, that was neat. Oh, it's the Minecraft server you mentioned. Okay. Gotcha. Did not make the connection there. Even though I'm pretty sure he told me the name. Well, I can't believe we got, so... I guess Dragonite can be crossed off the list now. It's funny that just got taken care of so quickly. Well, let's get a bunch of other... Yeah. Let's just... I want to try and get this completed. Catch them undetected? That's not happening. I just realized that. This is not happening. Catching... This is like the worst one for catching undetected because they're all like really, really, really low odds. They're like Beldum level bad. I'm just leaving. We got the shiny. I don't care about any of the shinies that are in here. You get to experience being unable to walk on land. That sounds like a nightmare. I guess it opens up a new world because you can like dig through the bottom of the ocean and flood all of the tunnels. So you never have to worry about things. Water breathing potions let you breathe air. Oh, that's weird, but makes sense, I guess. In the sense that it makes sense that there would be a reverse mechanic. So it's not pointless. Well, I guess I should go ahead and evolve the Dratini, huh? Just so we don't have to think about it. And then I guess we go over here and see if we can get the Fletchling knocked out. 2, because it's technically not exposed to air. That math actually checks out. Oh, yeah, you guys haven't seen all of the shinies that I got while I was offline and losing my mind. I don't even know how to explain all the shinies I got, guys. I don't know how to explain it. They're just, a lot of them were acquired. A lot of them were acquired while I was gone. We have a shiny Tyrant. We have a shiny Amora and another shiny Amora, so we could get that taken care of. Like, another Mawile was acquired. I don't know how else to put this. Stuff happened while I was losing my mind. Tomorrow, help people are going to start making Merling infrastructure to help out the... Oh, that's nice. I mean, being entirely underwater in Minecraft is strange to me. Like, it's like the concept of it is strange. It'd be different and unique for sure. Interesting trip. And I'm focused on this right now. Not that I really have to focus on this. Oh my god! Let me go ahead and update the thing on the screen. Because we know this is about to happen. Alright, another one's done. Making aqueduct. Oh, that's actually brilliant. Doing an aqueduct system. That's a cool idea. Although I feel like you guys are going to be at war with all the people who are still on land. You guys are going to be like... They're going to be burying your... all your canals and everything. Come on. USG, G and G. What's good, gang? I think I interpreted that correctly. Maybe I did. I don't know. Either way. Yo, what's up, Mr. Butter Roblox? How's it going? We're in the middle of a shiny hunting project. These subs on Twitch chose what to go after. One of each type. We're slowly knocking it out. We just knocked out Dragonite. Griefing is a bit illegal until the people who are monitoring the griefing get tired of monitoring it. Oh, I did get it correctly. Oh, thank God. That was one of those where it's like, I'm pretty sure I got this, but there's like a slight chance I'm wrong. All right, the green dragon's been taken care of. We don't have to think about this one anymore. That was fast. So what? That was sub 10 minutes to get that one knocked out? Not bad. Now then. Let's go over here and do this one. It being only every 2 weeks honestly does make a lot of sense. Like, for keeping everybody from burning out and to keeping things from being too overwhelming. It's a good idea. I should probably go make more donuts because I don't know that I want to born. I don't know that I want to burn my 4s. I'm actually going to go ahead and go back to the hotel and do that real quick. You're playing right now? Are you shiny hunting or are you playing through something else? Not hard to moderate for 6 hours every 4 nights. Yeah, that's a good point. What do I want to burn on these? I don't want to burn the pecha berries just in case. I don't want to burn those either. That 588 is not going to get us too hard. Ah, you're going through the story. Which part are you at then? Which part of the story or how far in have you gotten? Just make a bunch of these. Not as good as my other one. It's the exact same appearance. We don't need too many of these. Okay, going to go back there and see if we can get Talonflame knocked out. And then we need to find... Oh boy, there's some of these that are... There's some of these I've only seen like once or twice. Yeah, that should be good enough. Oh, so you're still like... Okay. You're still in the opening throws of the game then. Gotcha. You still have a lot of good stuff to get to then. Oh, come on. This is a terrible layout. Crap. That's a problem. Yeah, that's gonna be a problem. I forgot to put my, whoops. I've gotten really lazy. Just so we're clear, Dragonite's not like one of my main favorite Pokemon. I just used this for farming all those battles back when the game first came out, and I've been too lazy to swap it out. Where'd the other one go? Oh. No, stop. I think this is gonna be a bust. I don't know that we can use this. It depends on where the warp panels are, but I'm pretty sure the ones in this one are always locked in. They never change position, so then we're just hoping that one of them happens to go shiny full odds with no effort. Has a conduit, so others can breathe in there. Nah, you don't need others to breathe. It's fine. Get that knocked out. So Alpha Lucario, Alpha Gengar, Alpha Gyarados. That's an eclectic mix of alphas. Though I feel like alphas in this game, like, they're just... Oh, you swapped over to Twitch. Okay, I was like really confused for a second. I was like, where? I was like, I feel like I missed half the conversation. Now it makes sense. Okay. That brief moment of confusion where it's like, this feels like this is a continuation of a conversation, but I'm not positive what I missed. Nah, but heck yeah. I mean, even that early on, like, Alphas in this game, it feels like there's just a lot once you get to the Hoopa holes. I guess if you... No, that actually makes sense because the Hoopa holes have completely thrown off my perspective. Also, holy crap, I missed that. Infernal's got the 45 stream streak. Wait, why did he not break it? Brother, get down there and break it. Okay, you got it. Now I gotta figure out if there's a way to do the fletchlings or not. Trying to get the Chandelure Alpha? Wow, without the Hoopa holes, that's gonna be real tough. That is a heck of a farm. Good luck. Yeah, I completely forgot that alphas were hard to get before the Hoopa holes. I feel like in the Hoopa holes, I see them all the dang time. Is that far enough? I don't feel like it is. I don't think this is far enough. No, this is definitely not going to be far enough. Is that far enough? Oh, that could be far enough. How do you get up there, though? Oh, there it is. I'm trying to find a nice warp panel that we can use for this. Getting access into the sewers, it blocks you off once you're done with the quest line. There's another way to get down there, though. There's a side quest. I don't remember where he's at. Where was he at? So the side quest that I'm thinking of is there's a guy with a Camerupt who wants to open a sauna. You have to find his optional side quest. You activate him, and he will reopen the sewers, and then you can get down there whenever you want. It's a dude with a Camerupt. You're probably going to have to look it up online because I do not remember where he was at. I remember he was off in a corner somewhere. All right, let's see if that fletchling changed out, because that's really the only chance we have right now. Did it change out? Actually, I think it did. Maybe that will work. You got yourself... Why do I get the feeling that Matt isn't... It's funny that Dolphy is fixing their sleep schedule, whereas I'm pretty sure Infernal was still awake last night at like 4. Infernal, how's that sleep schedule working right now? Yeah, there it is. There it is. I was waiting for it. I knew it was coming. The fact that you sent me a message on Discord this morning at like 4 a.m. or something like that, I was like, oh yeah, his sleep schedule's gone. It's not there anymore. He let it die. Oh, it is. Yeah, it's definitely resetting. Okay, we're gonna do this a little bit. I sent one first. Yeah, I sent you one at like 10 p.m. What are you talking about? There's a difference between 10 p.m. and 4 a.m. The thrilling gameplay of shiny hunting in ZA boils down to teleporting from point A to point B. Or resetting on the flight point. It's funny how much this has made me miss Scarlet and Violet in terms of shiny hunting, just because at least at Scarlet and Violet you could run around like an idiot. In this one, you spam a button. I'm not really sure who thought this was a great idea. Someone at Game Freak. Yeah, I'm not so sure about this one. Let's keep our fingers crossed, our fingers and toes crossed that the bird actually sparkles, and then we can mark that off the list too. So what are we at? We got 5 of them so far. We're gonna reset all of the Hoopa holes here in a minute. When we're out of this one, we're gonna reset because there's no obvious target to go for next. Pretty much anything would be good to see. Honestly, I'd really like to knock out Tyrantrum. I would like to see Tyrantrum. Hawlucha would be cool, even though I already have a shiny Hawlucha. It'd be nice to get Kangaskhan knocked out. We really need a nice Kangaskhan portal. A nice Kangaskhan portal where there's like 6 Kangaskhan or something like that in range of the Hoopa hole. I don't know if they're swapping out or not. Someone has messaged me on Discord. I heard that. I don't know who it is, but I heard it. Oh, it's Dolphy. R/ brand new slip. I mean, you're not wrong. That is pretty inclusive. Also, shout out to the guy above you who doesn't know how to spell inclusivity. You're like a couple letters off of being inclusivity. Yo, you found it. Nice. Good. Awesome. I had no idea at all how to assist with trying to indicate where that was at. It was one of those things where it's like, I honestly don't even remember where it started at. It's been so long. All right, I'm bailing on this Hoopa hole. This Hoopa hole's not happening. We need a better Hoopa hole. We need better Hoopa hole RNG. Speaking today is a challenge. I have not hydrated right now, homies. This homie is not hydrated. I have to figure out where a bench is. Finding a bench in this game is oftentimes more difficult than finding the shiny. As stupid as it is. Yeah, you don't actually have to finish his quest. Even if you finish the quest, you still have permanent access to the sewers. You never lose it again. But it's funny imagining the guy just like, where did he go? Just leaving him trapped down there with his camera up, wondering what happened to his friend. That's fine. Someone will find him down there eventually, and they'll bring him home. Maybe. What the heck? What? Dolphy, some of the things that you send me are cursed. There is no way there's anything in that one that we need. Oh, I do not like Squawkabilly. I don't think that's gonna have Pikachu. That one might have. Kecleon? That's a first. I haven't seen Kecleon yet in these. I didn't even know that Kecleon could be in these. I don't really care because I already have a Kecleon, but it's fascinating. Top Kecleon. I don't think I need any of these. Am I high? Hang on. I need to see if that resets and shows me a Pikachu. It's not going to reset and show me a Pikachu until I reload. You know what? Screw it. I think all these suck. Also, you would think somebody would be trying to fix the stupid tower at this point. Like, it's been sitting there as like a monument to destruction and devastation for a long time. They fixed the rest of the city, and they were like, that tower can just be broken. It's fine. Yeah, Hawlucha. All right, Hawlucha has been locked onto. Let's see. I have to keep looking at the list to see what else we're looking for. It's funny that now that we're doing this on stream, I'm not seeing any of the ones that we need for this project to be done. Whereas when I was doing this offline, I kept seeing them all the time, and I'm not kidding. Like, it was like nothing but things that we needed, and I kept looking at them, and I was like, oh, this is the worst. Like, we could just do this right now. All right, let's see if we can get the Hawlucha knocked out. Then we could use Mega Hawlucha, would be sick. Portal. Portal. Fingers crossed it's in a good spot, and it's not in a terrible spot. Also, the capture card seems to be fixed now, so fingers crossed, hopefully no more instances of me having to randomly get up and restart the thing. Okay, well, we're in an interesting spot here. Why am I looking at Bolt? Oh my god, there's Fletchling in range here too. Because it's done up, man. What? You know what? Just let them have their moment. It's fine. It can be a nut made out of dough if that's what they want. I like how nobody, like, I like how the people who can't see this conversation are just like, what is he talking about? What? Okay, so there's no Hawlucha in range, which is unfortunate. But there is at least Fletchling in range. I don't know why you said that either. Oh, Alpha Hawlucha. Interesting. Is that in range? That might be in range. Hot dog. That could be. Do I have an Alpha No. Not that I remember, at least. All right, let's start doing the riveting gameplay of resetting on the flight point. The Starlies are all going to... all the Starlies are going to sparkle. Resetting for, like I said, resetting for alphas before you have access to the Hoopa hole is miserable. Once you have access to the Hoopa hole, it's not so bad. Oh no, making me hydrate. The Hoopa hole makes things, honestly, too easy, in my opinion, but... Because, like, if you want to get alphas or shinies, you literally can just sit here and keep doing this. As long as you want. Hours and hours of pressing 2 buttons. And it just re-rolls everything around you, and eventually things will turn alpha or turn shiny. One of the two. Not my favorite shiny hunting technique, but it is effective. Although I typically see other shiny hunters teleporting between 2 points, I prefer this method. I have better results with this. Side question, because I'm curious. Infernal. Have you checked out the new Helldivers update yet? Don't have access to Froakie. Litwick is far away from the spawn point. Yeah. Alpha hunting for Litwick down in the sewers is definitely a challenge. That is just as hard as actually hunting for a shiny. Which means that since the desire sensor will know that you want an alpha Litwick, it'll probably just give you a shiny one first. Do you not have access to Froakie? It'd be a miserable spawn. I know where Froakie spawns. When did that happen? Have you beaten the fighting gym guy yet? Oh, okay. I think it unlocks after the fighting guy. I thought it did. I guess I'm just crazy. His name is Ivor. His name is Punch-a-Lot. Is that a shiny? I like how it's like, I had to ask because I wasn't positive. Okay, so Talonflame is taken care of. His name is Mr. Fister. Yep. Mr. Fister. Wait, you got it? Alpha? Yo! Grats. Heck yeah. Well, that was easy. Another one to add to your collection. Heck yeah, grats. That's awesome. That's gonna be a huge chandelier. I think I'm just gonna leave. These Hawlucha are not in range. They're not in range and there's no good spot here. I'm just gonna leave. I also don't think I actually care about getting the thing completed here. Oh, there might be something on the roof. I don't care, I'm leaving. We came, we saw, we got a bird. Behold. Get things in 5 minutes and somebody spend... Have you gone back to get that Togepi yet? Alright, let's get this taken care of right the heck now. Got it too, heck yeah. No salty run back there. So now are you going to try to work towards Froakie, or you got something else that you're going to go after? Yep, going after Froakie, okay. Got no notch happen. Next I'm going to go for the, please stop sending, why is, okay, there we go. My gosh, that was taking forever. Yeah, but Dolphy, you could go for that Togepi. You need to get that Togepi and establish dominance, just saying. You can't let the Togepi beat you. But what if you got the Togepi full odds? Actually, I honestly have absolutely no idea how Togepi works, so, You make Chandelure right now? You don't lose any moves, right? I can't remember on that one. Like, if you evolve it early, it doesn't lose access to any of the good moves. Yeah? Though in this day and age, it's not too big of a risk like it used to be. Alright, Talonflame is get. I mean, okay, let's be honest. From a realistic standpoint, Dolphin probably tastes a lot like Swordfish, is my guess. Which in that case would be very tasty, especially if you put some Creole seasoning on it. Some Creole seasoning on it. Some wild rice on the side. Maybe with a drizzle of some special sauce across the top. Perfectly charred on a grill. Yeah, it's edible. I've considered it already. I've also considered that it's edible. That's one step. Okay, if we're talking about spirit animals here, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute, because that's definitely nowhere close to cannibalism for my kind. Oh, another Drampa. Good thing we don't have to worry about that anymore. We're talking humans. Well, I'm thinking about it from a Phoenix perspective. I think we're just gonna instantly reset here. Getting an Aron would be cool. No, but seriously, speaking of swordfish is delectable, and if you've never had it, do yourself a favor and get somebody to make you some swordfish, because it's great. I'm a seafood maniac. I like all kinds of seafood. I'm the type of guy who won't stop at conch fritters or unagi. Like, I will eat a lot of things that come out of the ocean. I've always wanted to try sushi, but I've never tried it. Never have had the opportunity, unfortunately. Anyway, how do people eat octopuses, though? It's called calamari. And it's great. Yeah, but it's edible. Alright, so we see Dragalge and Skrelp have been locked onto on this go-around. So that may be a I guess we just go for it. Maybe that. Pikachu might be there too. Shoot. Alright, well I guess we go for Dragalge and Skrelp and then we go after the Pikachu on the other one. I'm edible! 3 hours out of a fried Finnick? Bring it. Bring it, you won't. You don't even know where I live! I'm also pretty sure that it would take longer than 3 hours. I hate Iowa. Keep Iowa away from me. What was funny is Iowa actually came up in conversation with my aunt the other day, and I had to get up on my soapbox again and talk about how much I hate Iowa. I will forever hate that trip that I did to Iowa City. I will always hate that trip. God, that was awful. Oh. Oh my gosh. We are, yeah, we're about to clean house. All right, guys, we're going to sit here for a little bit. Why was I talking to an ant? Don't question the methods of the Finnick. You are interfering with my goal for world dominance. First, we convert the ants. Then we convert the termites. And then we bring all the infrastructure down to the ground. The Finnick shall rule the rubble. I'm like really distracted right now because like I'm trying to find something. I've lost 2 items that I need to continue my painting stuff that I was doing for Warhammer. I can't figure out what box I put them in when I moved here. I am struggling to figure out where they are. Yo, what up, Zach? Welcome back. How's it hanging? I mean, in fairness, it's been a long time since I've been doing Pokemon stuff, so I get it. Has your shiny collection grown? I assume that your shiny collection has grown extravagantly since last you were around. Ours has 2 over the last couple of weeks. Both by my desire and against my will, since I had nothing else to do except shiny hunt there for a while. I didn't have internet or PC there for a while. Just explaining the joke there. Okay, so let me provide, how do I provide this update? I moved from the apartment that I was staying at and I moved into a townhouse. So these last 2 weeks have been beyond hectic, but everything else has been fantastic. And everything's kind of calming down now. Slowly getting everything settled. Slowly, but we're getting there. I hate moving, just so we're clear. So everyone's aware, I hate moving more than anything. I do not like leaving my safe space for any reason. Any of these shinies would be really... What am I... Dolphy, what did you just send me? What am I looking at? What is that? Oh! Oh no! Is that pineapple on pizza? What the heck? Dolphy, what the heck? That's messed up. You're forcing me to watch it, and I hate it. Which town? Cary, Illinois? If I move that far away, something bad has happened. Let me just put it this way. If I ever have to be forced to move to the Midwest, it was probably against my will. Because if I ever move from one coast, it's going to be all the way across to the other coast. Which, better or worse than anchovy? Oh my god. Ooh. Probably better. Pineapple on pizza is probably better than anchovies. Because let's be honest, anchovies are pretty disgusting. Anchovies are pretty bad. Does anybody see anything that's sparkling? Because I don't see anything. There's an alpha Trubbish. I'm pretty sure that's an alpha there. He's weirdly big. All right, you can keep resetting. Is pineapple on pizza better or worse than ham? I'd assume worse. Mostly because, let's be honest, if you put ham on a pizza, you're probably not going to taste it. Who sent that pineapple pizza video? The Italians would immediately be up in arms trying to figure out who was committing such heresy. You don't like ham? I mean, if you don't like ham, then you probably would like pineapple on pizza. Okay, let's be honest here, people. Pineapple on pizza isn't that bad. It's genuinely not that bad. Is it heinous to think about? Yes, it is. I don't know why you would put pineapple on pizza, because it just doesn't belong. But if you have it on there, no matter what, like, it's gonna be all right. Now, if you put an anchovy on that pizza needs to be burned at that point. Let's be honest. Anchovies are infinitely worse on pizza than pineapple. It's a tiny little junk fish. You'd be getting everything with an anchovy. Everything. Is that a shiny Scolipede over there? No, it's not. Okay. I kept seeing a Scolipede over there, and I was like, why is that not re-rolled yet? Yeah, okay. It's just RNG that he keeps showing up. I see. He's determined. Speaking of Mario, it's been a long time since we've gotten a 3D movie to Twitch, by the way. Is better than Trubbish pizza. If you put garbage on a pizza, it's definitely going to be bad. Pineapple on pizza is not the worst thing that could be on the pizza. Everybody's coming over for the Twitch party. The Twitch party is where we have emotes. We don't have nothing on YouTube. Which is unfortunate. We do actually get YouTube viewers regularly. There's usually one or two always hanging around. Was Bowser's Fury technically? Technically. But I did just think of something. I'm pretty sure the team that made the Donkey Kong game was the same team that did the last, or Lost... I want to call it Lost Odyssey for some reason, even though that's not what its name is. But for some reason, Lost Odyssey is in my head. So I guess Super Mario Lost Odyssey is the thing now. My brain just kind of... Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was the same team. So I guess technically it's probably going to be like another 2 years before we get another 3D Mario game. Which is unfortunate. But we got Donkey Kong Bonanza, so did we really lose anything? I feel like we gained a lot. Yes, you do. Donkey Kong Bonanza is very worth it. I enjoyed it. Like I said, I would have speed ran it. But my hands couldn't handle it. Part of me wants to go back and start speedrunning Pikmin again, but I don't know. That one was starting to hurt my hands too, just because of all the mashing I had to do for that. Like, speedrunning is one of those things where I keep thinking about it. It's always in the back of my mind. And it's one of those things where it's like, oh man, it'd be really fun to do, but I don't think I have the time or patience to do it. Because it's really hard to speedrun or learn a speedrun game while you're streaming, because you really need to be focused on it. And it's really hard to speedrun while you're streaming because you need to be focused on it when you start really pushing the time. Give you 30 hours? 30 hours? Or hand strength. Hey, come on. Actually, it is curious. I actually don't know why this is a thing. I can sit here and use my keyboard and mouse like for hours and hours. I can sit here and type thousands, tens of thousands upon words for hours and be completely fine. But if I use a controller too hard for like an hour or 2 hours, it just kills my joints. I don't know what it is. I don't know why I'm fine with typing, but because like everything I've read about carpal tunnel and everything else related to it says that the keyboard should be ruining my life. Zach's here. Yo, what up, man? Welcome over to Twitch side of things. We have emotes. Yeah, I have to imagine it's like the hand position that I use. But it's still weird because like everything I've read says that for the amount of words that I type on a daily basis, just so we're clear, this is daily that I am doing this to myself with the furious typing, just because I write a lot. Everything I've read says that it should just be wrecking my hands. But it's fine. It's usually just completely fine. Also, Infernal, did you you probably didn't hear me earlier, I guess. I was asking, have you checked out the new Helldivers update at all? Because I'm old? I am old, 100%. I'm almost 31, guys. I got like a few months and then I turned 31, like, send help. How is the shiny not shown up here? This is ridiculous. This is like one of the best spots I could have asked for this. We're just getting nothing. You haven't checked it out yet? It's really cool. They added... It's cool for someone like me because environment and atmosphere means so much to me. Like the new planet that they're sieging and the new like enemies that they added a ton of new enemies. They added a new like battleground area. It's really cool. Oh man. I don't want to think about ever turning 49. That's still plenty of years. I don't have to think about it for a while. Why are there no shinies here? What is going on? I guess the game is paying us back for the easy fletchling. Oh, there's a shiny. I kind of feel like I just want to keep resetting. All right, guys, we got some garbage. Literally. Oh. Man. See, now you're making me think about what I was doing when I was 18. What was I doing when I was 18? I don't remember. I think that might have been my first year at college. I'm pretty sure it was. That was a long time ago. That was like a really long time ago when I left high school behind. See, See, now you're making me actually think about it, Dolphy. I'm trying to remember if I was playing WoW at the time. I don't think I was. Because that was in Mists of Pandaria. I played Mists of Pandaria heavily on release, and it was about that time when I burned out. I was doing something else. I was not doing WoW at that time. I ended up getting back into WoW over the summer. So I guess ultimately, yeah, I was playing WoW in that first year a little bit, but we were playing a lot of Dota 2. That's what we were doing my first year in college. I remember that now. We were playing a lot of Dota 2. All the people on my dorm floor were playing League of Legends, and I was the only one that was playing Dota 2. We had a pretty large group for Dota. Playing Terraria. What a challenge. Does WoW stand? Yes, WoW stands for World of Warcraft. I was really like into World of Warcraft for most of my... I still play World of Warcraft every now and then. I'm not nearly as into it now as I used to be, but there for a while, even a few years ago, I was hitting it pretty hard. I had, like, a huge chunk of my friend group was locked in on World of Warcraft. That's, like, where most of my homies were. In fact, fun story, I guess. The job that I've been working at for the last 8 or 9 years, however long it's been, I actually got this job because of World of Warcraft, is the funny part, because I met the guy who owns the company through World of Warcraft. And what was funny is when I met him all that long time ago, and I told my mother about what he did, she's like, nah, there's no way he's lying to you. No, he was telling the truth. He really does own a huge company. So yeah, World of Warcraft turned out to be my job interview. So, if any of y'all's parents ever give you grief about playing video games too much, just remember... Your good old pal Siphonix got his job because of World of Warcraft. And if you've seen my battle station, obviously it's not like a waste job, just so we're clear. Like, I would not have this battle station I have if it wasn't for the job, so. Yeah, use that as ammunition against any parents that fight you on playing video games. God, I wish I'd had ammunition like that back in the day. We're having crazy bad luck with this. We just need Dragalge and then we can leave. And the sad part is I got like 3 Dragalge while I was gone. Like, while I was offline, I ended up with 3 or 4 of them. It was the worst. I kept running into them. I'm like, this is terrible. Urple. Urple? Urple? What? Urple? 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 What? Why are we saying Urple? You're making me think there's something on the screen, but there's nothing on the screen. You're throwing me off. What are you talking about? Oh! Okay, so hold on a second. It's important to note real quick. I was not looking at Twitch chat. I was looking at OBS. OBS does not display that. So I was sitting here, and y'all were saying Urple, and I was like, what are you talking about? No, it's not. You know what? Yeah, it is actually on me. Hang on. Let me switch this around so I can see when you guys do that. I'm not caught off guard again. That's funny. I was just lost. I was like, what are they talking about? What are you talking about? I'm also not 100% positive what we're streaming on Friday, by the way, just to be clear. I think I know what I'm leaning towards because there was a request for it. Funnily enough, there was actually a request where People wanted to see more Lords of the Fallen. So we might end up doing that. Because I haven't really had a game where people have demanded more of it offline. I'm not old. When I was 18, I met my homie Julius. Julian Caesar. Wait, not Julius. Julian. Like that lemur? Is that what they meant when they said, is this Emperor Julian instead of King Julian? King Julian Caesar, the lemur? Oh my god, it's all coming together. His brother who didn't get stabbed to death. Instead, he got thrown off the back of a wagon. This is terrible. I'm about to leave this hoop a hole here in a second just because I don't want to keep sitting here resetting in this place and not getting anything. When I was 18... Wait. Was that the year that... No, that wasn't that year, was it? Was it? No, it was that year, wasn't it? Wow, I just had a core memory unlocked. If I remember correctly, most of the time that I had when I was 18, that's when WildStar came out, I think. Where's Ethiopia? It's that nice bar down the street. That's a good response. I approve that one. That's funny. It's that nice bar down the street. Imagine if there actually was a bar just down the street named Ethiopia for some reason. Ah, yes, Ethiopia. It's that bar between the pharmacy named Germany and the laundromat called... I can't think of it. I'm blanking on other names. I'm trying to think of other geographic locations that are, like, completely nonsensical to be next to Ethiopia. For some reason, Thailand popped up in my head. I guess that works. The laundromat named Thailand next to... That would get so confusing. Can you imagine if there was a street and like all the shops are just named after different countries? And the street itself is named something too, like... Trying to explain that to somebody, their head would probably explode. It's the world town. Everybody's here. It's like Smash Bros. How is there no shinies? I don't understand. We got one thing, and it was Trubbish. That's weird. Alright, I'm getting out of here. That's an insane objective anyway. There was another thing that we could target. What was it? Okay, so there's another Skrelp over there we can go for. What was the other thing? There was something else I saw when we were scanning this earlier, and I was like, oh, that's what it was. Oh, man, I don't want to go for that one. That's going to suck. Pikachu. Let's go. I feel like if you had British Town, I feel like they'd be fighting each other really fast. Okay, this sucks. This sucks. This is a terrible layout. Okay, we're just gonna go for getting out of here. I can't work with this layout, unfortunately. Man. There's a ton of Skrelp, but they're all in really bad spots. I'm pretty sure the teleporters don't work with any of this. World War III, but it's fighting over onions. That is a heck of a way to deal with food shortage. Guys, We need onions. Dolphins and onion. Does that mean that you have layers? If you peel my skin, there's another layer underneath. It's like a cocoon. Or a snake. Can I hit you from over here? Nope, sure can't. Let me get a little bit closer. A little closer? Nope. Like Shrek, exactly like Shrek. Exactly, there we go. I was wondering if anybody got the reference or not. Because your mom is scared of snakes. I did not grow up in a household with anybody afraid of a snake. We had lots of pet snakes. We had lots of pet snakes that we probably shouldn't have had. Excuse me, coming through. We had a pair of albino Burmese pythons. Those things were mean. They were so mean. Not good pets. Would not recommend. 0 out of 10. Your cat's afraid. That does not surprise me. I got Dragonite. Could you be a homie, please, and go up and actually hit that thing instead of, you know, doing nothing? And I can't go this way because somebody parked weird. Yeah, I guess we just figure out where the golden ball... Oh, there it is. We get the golden ball and we leave because this is useless to us. I can't reset here. Teleporters are all in bad spots. This is a terrible one to get. This is one of the worst ones that you can get stuck with. The only way to make use of that one is if the portal spawns in a good spot, because all of the teleport spots are in the same location and they're all awful. Alright, let's go over and check the Pikachu if we can figure out how to get them there. I assume it's going to have a Pikachu. It's got Raichu, so theoretically it should. Oh my god, wait, I just realized the target we have to get is Pikachu. There's a chance that we get Raichu instead. I'd ask if Raichu would count for the completion of this, but I know he won't, so... I will just accept the fact that we're probably about to get a lot of Raichus. How the heck do I get in there? I don't remember. Oh, man. I hate trying to figure out how to go up. And start putting other stuff for set 2. Okay. I started playing Hearthstone again, so my brain's a little more tuned to this type of thing. How do I get up? Oh, there it is. I wish that all the ladders... I wish every way to go vertical in this game was actually marked on the map somewhere so we would know. I feel like they made it a little too tough to get around, but whatever. Anything goes. I'm going the wrong way. Hold on. Trying to get this open so I can actually see what was sent. There we go. Where? Okay, where is the portal? Okay, it's over there. Excuse me, Chapette. Found a kid at the bullet, so I burned down the police house because I love saving kids. Yep. True story. We actually do have a shiny of that one. Alright, 3 mana, 3/2. When played, enemy gets -1 armored. I mean, it's probably fine. I don't know if it's strong enough to see play, though. I see Pikachus! Lots of Pikachus. Lots of Pikachus. And Eevees. So, yeah, I guess we're going to send it. Here we go. If you thought we were done with resetting, you were wrong. There's more. Hopefully we can get this Pikachu knocked out. So we get Pikachu knocked out, and then we start resetting, looking for some of these other ones. This has really actually gone pretty well tonight. So we got Dragonite and Talonflame so far. It's pretty good. I mean, yeah, it being an uncommon is probably fine for being weak. I don't think it's a slightly too weak. I have a feeling it's just it's probably never going to see play. I don't necessarily think it's a problem though if it never sees play though, because the counter example for cards like that is the Hearthstone situation, where the cards have just gotten progressively more powerful to the point that the card basically has to say kill your opponent in one shot, otherwise it's just not playable. My fish is drowning. What do you do? CPR. If you pull the fish out of the bowl and you stick it in a box of rice and leave it there for a few days, the rice will suck all the moisture out of the fish, therefore stopping it from drowning. The fish may not be alive by the end of the process, but it won't be drowning anymore at least. And you'll have sushi. Bad pro tips on how to save a fish from drowning. Put it in a bowl of rice. We're definitely going to get a shiny Eevee from in here. Let's be... I'm 100% we're going to see a shiny Eevee. What? Oh, 1 mana 0/1. When this destroyed gets attacker, when destroyed opponent gets 2 mana on their next... Ooh. Did we go over that one? Because that does not ring a bell. When destroyed, give the attacker. When destroyed, your opponent gets to... Dang. I like it. It's strong. It's very strong. We like ramp. Ramp is good. I feel like me being dead tired is a guarantee at this point. Like, let's be honest. Pretty much any night I'm on here streaming, I'm usually completely exhausted and barely functioning. There's an Alolan Raichu. That's interesting. Yeah, I have no idea how to tell if these are shiny or not. I feel like I'm not going to be able to tell the difference. Because anytime you put a regular Pikachu next to a shiny Pikachu, it's like, okay, it's slightly darker. We're just going to have to keep resetting and then just hope that it sparkles when we get close. I do want to keep an eye on the Alolan Raichu, though, because I feel like I distinctly remember that one's really hard to tell the difference on. Yeah, I'm still thinking about what we're going to do on Friday. Because I know we've had one request. I know we've had one request for Lords of the Fallen. I know that there were a bunch of people on YouTube that were watching Lords of the Fallen. We had like 7 or 8 viewers at one point for Lords of the Fallen on the YouTube side of things, which was interesting. I don't know. We'll see what I end up deciding to do on Friday. I know that my mind is also still distracted by all the other things I'm trying to figure out location of. I really want to find those bases so I continue my painting stuff, but we might finally be back at the point where we can actually do art streams again, though. Because I did finally break out all those again today and start working on some stuff, so maybe soon we'll be able to do art streams. Your pet cat got eaten by a mouse. What did you do? What do you do? Call a voodoo doctor to bring it back to life. grabs me respectfully and pats my head. Wait. Did you guys actually like the art streams that much? Because I was always under the impression that was one of those things where you guys were just hanging out because you felt forced. Is that, like, wanted? Where's the hammer? It's in your heart. I can't promise any of the future art streams would be like Pokemon themed like they used to be, but they'd at least probably still be somewhat entertaining and probably have like music on in the background because you feel forced. I always thought it was because one of my ninja assassins was holding you at gunpoint. Is that not the case? Ask Daedalus about my ninja Finnick assassins. He's always under constant threat. Where's the hammer and the sickle? Motherland intensifies. Deal with him, like, oh no, my ninja assassin. No, but real talk, is an art stream something that, like, y'all actually really want? Oh, Dale. Poor guy. All right, let's check and see if any of these Pikachus are sparkling, and I just can't tell because, you know, shiny Pikachu is done. Oh. Well, I said we were probably coming away from this with the shiny Eevee. There it is. We're going to have to kill that Jolteon. That Jolteon's going to have to die. We're not escaping from this thing. All right, problem solved. I'm near positive those aren't shiny. All right, keep resetting. For no reason, replaced with an antenna. I think it's funnier too. Just imagining someone breaking into Daedalus's house and the poor guy just being like, "What?" and then his neck snaps. I posted a hero. I don't know if you could tell. Help. Get me the president. Do 1 damage. Yeah, it's literally. Is literally a Hearthstone hero. Is literally Jaina. It's not broken. It's not broken, but it was one of the most powerful hero powers in Hearthstone. But it's probably fine. Actually, I wouldn't even say it's probably fine. I can tell you right now, from like, even though it was the most broken hero power in Hearthstone, it was still fine. So it's still fine. E. Finn. Finn. If only you'd spelled it F-E-N-N. It's Finn. Alligator took over Miami. Those alligators in Florida, man. Zero minute what? That's also a that's also a Hearthstone hero. Wait, why are you specifying blue? Why is blue specified here? See, I was wondering, you could have made it like the shaman hero power in Hearthstone, where it summons the shaman hero power summons a random totem every time. One of them was a 1/1, one of them was a 0/1 with taunt, one of them was a 0/1 that healed all other minions by 1, and the other one was a 0/1 that increased your spell damage by 1. So they all had a different function. It was random which one you got, which honestly sucked. Yeah, I don't like the shaman hero power in Hearthstone. It's not that great. If you could choose which one you get, it'd be actually reasonably balanced. I really hope we get like a Pikachu knocked out here in a second. I really don't want to get another Eevee. If I get another Eevee, I will be moderately upset. The fish. Fish. Wait, why are there the fish? What's the fish? Why do I feel threatened by the fish? For those confused about what's going on right now, it's Discord. They're gonna fight me and go out. Oh, nope. You ain't a doctor. You're in trouble. If you want to defeat Larry, all you have to do is give him a typewriter and tell him that he needs to get some work done. And that they're expecting the report by 5 and he needs to have it done. He is 100% a salary man. He will work on it. Good old salaryman. What a weird business culture. If anybody wants to go down a rabbit hole, go down the rabbit hole of the Japanese salarymen. That is a whole subculture within a subculture. It is crazy what they do. Like, actual mental illness level crazy. Like, I think they need help. It's limited to usually just them. Like, it's not a Japan thing. It's like that subculture thing inside of Japan. It's strange. Go Southern. I give up. It's nice that the capture card seems to actually be stable at long last. I'm glad that we can sit here and I don't have to worry about when it's going to explode. None of these are shiny. None of these are shiny. I've been resetting for so long. If only we had a shiny donut. The shiny donuts are just ridiculously expensive. Like, I get why they made them so expensive because they shouldn't be easy to get. But by the same token, it's like, ugh. If you just, like, make it easier to get, but then just make the odds a little worse. Like, come on. That's the same thing that I didn't like about Scarlet and Violet, where all of the ingredients were locked behind those stupid raids. That was such a poor system, and it's the reason why I felt no guilt about actually doing that glitch that made it so you didn't lose any of your Herba Mystica when you did the sandwich. I think the shiny hunting method should just be like, you can just do this if you do a specific action like you did in Omega Ruby. If you were Dex Naving, you had the bonus. Like, that was just it. Sun and Moon, you had the bonus if you were doing SOS. SOS sucked and I didn't like it, but at least you could do it. You didn't have to do anything else to do it. Or chaining and oh my god, I forgot about that. Oh my god, I forgot about chaining. Dolphin. Accidental Doflamingo. How did he show up in here? What the heck? Yes, I know it's not spelled Doffy, but there were some characters that did pronounce it as Dolphy. I cannot do a Doflamingo impression, so I'm not even going to try. Because I'm not going to embarrass myself. If there's a shiny E, nope, no shiny Eevee. I swear one of the Pikachu looks different, but like, it's one of those where it's really hard to tell because of the shading. I don't know if the shading is indicative of a shiny or if it's actually a shiny. The shading started me off is what I'm trying to say. There we go. English finally happened in the end. What is that? Why does it look like if you sneeze on it, it's going to collapse into pieces? It looks like it's one bad day away from collapsing under the weight of its own existence. It looks flimsy. It looks like flimsy. Like, it'd be jealous of flimsy. is what it looks like. It thinks flimsy is the toughest thing in the world. Fair enough. I guess that means it's designed to go both ways. Yeah, I'm aware of the way I phrased that. All right, we're getting out of here. This was a dud. I guess we got an Eevee. Woo! I mean, we could evolve the Eevee into something if we wanted to, because I'm pretty sure we have enough Eevees to do everything. We could evolve it into a Flareon. That'd be fun. Pretty sure I haven't evolved an Eevee into a Flareon yet. We're gonna reset on a bench. Yeah, it's time to reset. Why is that guy in a suit? He does not belong there. Why is moved and oh, Jesus Christ. I think I just got it. That's depressing. All the drivers in Thomasburg, that's strange. I guess more power to them. Is there anything that we can go for that we actually care about? Well, we care about Mawile, but we're not here to hunt for Mawile. Alright, Dolphy. Your boy has been summoned. At long last, the boy has appeared, so I guess we're gonna go for that. The boy. The dude. Has appeared. That'd be funny if we... Oh, Slowpoke is here. Okay, cool. There's two that we can target. Two targets are on the field. Let's send it, I guess. That's a 2-star. I'm gonna go ahead and make some more donuts real quick. Let's make some more donuts. Also, Karina's hair freaks me out. I don't know if I'm the only one, but her hair makes me very uncomfortable. I'm just gonna slap these in here so we're not wasting all of our hypers on this. Let's just toss in some things. It doesn't really matter. Whatever we have that we have a lot of that doesn't have a lot of sweet would be great. Ah, Dexit. Man, I'm still sour about Dexit. I'm gonna be sour about Dexit for a long time. That was so annoying. Like, I get that they didn't want to like find spots for all of them. Honestly, what they should have done is just made it so that every single game can have all Pokemon in it, but most of them have to be transferred over from home or something else. Then they could have had the best of both worlds. They didn't have to go full Scorched Earth with it. All right, I'm getting off my soapbox before I go off on a tangent. That was such a stupid way that they handled that. Yeah, and it worked fine. And then they were just like, we're not doing it anymore, so that way we can charge people DLC money in order to get the more money Pokemon and stuff. Yeah. Jerks. Literally, the only reason it was done was so they could sell DLC and get people to buy the DLC so they could get access to the Pokemon they didn't have access to in the first place. Like, it's clearly the only reason why they did it. Just dumb. It's so annoying. They can't keep getting away with it, and yet they do. Wow. Yeah, I guess one way or another, we're gonna have tons of time in here. Let's do this. When you accidentally double click on a letter. That actually happens to me at my workplace for some reason. It's only my workplace. I think it's because of the way I have to sit at my desk. But I'll just randomly double tap characters in the middle of sentence. Hi. Can I help you? Okay. I was not expecting monkey. Oh, I also had something. Oh, wow. Well, there's a lot of Bellsprout. That's gonna be okay. That's easy. So yeah, real quick before I forget, I had a weird thing happen while I was gone with all the moving stuff. When I was shiny hunting, I went into a portal, and one of the objectives in the top right said catch a shiny. Apparently, if you enter a Hoopa hole and a shiny spawns, it becomes one of the objectives. So you always know if there's already a shiny on the floor somewhere. I just thought that was like a neat fact. These monkeys are freaking me out. So there are two different Bellsprout groups that we're looking at. There's the monkeys beside me. There's the monkeys on the other side of the wall. So that's 4 different spots with things we actually need for the living dex. I think I need 1 more monkey? No, this one's 2. Yeah, this is 2. We need 2 of these. It's a fire one that we have. That's right. I couldn't remember which one it was that I got. I knew I had 1 of them. Yeah, before the Hoopa holes came into existence, I did some farming for shinies in CA. I didn't do it for very long because the initial methods were boring and I couldn't take it. But we did get a number of shinies. We got a Honedge, which was really cool. And now I have like 10 of them. Shiny monkey spawns. Next reset, Mega Monkey. Monkey. Let me do that. Monkey. Oh, wait. Next reset. Oh, whoops. Well, there's no shiny monkey, so. How about this? If the first thing to go shiny is a monkey, we can name it Monkey. That's rude. That's rude. Fortunately, I was looking at chat, so it didn't catch me too far off guard, because I did see it in chat before I heard it. It's like a split second, so I have a chance to react. That's funny. Perfect time. It is absolutely perfect timing. Oh! Oh my god! Hey Dolphy. We got some Bellsprouts. Bellsprouts with an S. No, that's not the shiny. There we go. Huh. So yeah, that's taken care of instantly. Neat. Done. The sprouts showed up. I opened the door and there was nothing but sprout. Okay, well, I'm gonna leave because I don't feel like hunting for the monkeys. I'm gonna finish the objectives, but then I'm just gonna leave. Put 2 check marks on Bellsprout. Why not? Oh, fungus. Guys, there's a fungus among us. Catch alphas, huh? Well, that's probably not gonna happen. Yeah, rest in peace, Monkey. The Monkey is not gonna... Well, I guess we could just sit here and keep going. I mean, what's the worst that happens? We get a couple more Bellsprouts. Not like Dolphy's gonna complain. Dolphy's sitting over there like, yeah, more Bellsprout, woo! I was just imagining it with that much enthusiasm and that much Southern energy. Oh, well that's interesting. Well, here's the alpha that we needed to find. No, you're gonna ruin everything, you little green bugger. There we go. Do you even sound that? No. That was just a joke. I was just, it was like my own headcanon where like the more enthused you get, like the more Southern you get for no reason. Sound like a YouTuber where I sound nothing like? Neat. I get told I look like people that I look nothing like. It's like people see the glasses and then they just stop looking at the rest of the face. It's like, oh, glasses, you look like so-and-so. It's like, no, I don't. You look like Harry Potter. No, I don't. Stop that. Let's just see. Let's give this a little bit and just see if we can get a Monkey. I don't want to stay here for too long because I want to get this project done with. I want to get these knocked out, and we have Slowpoke that we can go for. I'd like to get Slowpoke knocked out. I still would like Kangaskhan or Tyrantrum to show up. Good attempt. Good attempt with that Sparkle. I was not looking at the screen. Or I was looking at the screen, I wasn't looking at chat. Valiant effort. Wait, there was something I was thinking about adding. Shit, what was it? Damn it, I should have written that down. I don't remember now. There was something I was thinking about adding as a channel point redemption, but it just, I forgot about it. Oh god, there's another alpha here. Yep. What was it? Oh my god, Monkey! Wow. Okay. That was unexpected. Okay, now I'll leave because I don't want to stay here anymore. We go on to Slowpoke. No, congratulations, Zach. Monkey is going to be a thing. Hi, all. Great Texas, or whatever Texans say. I just always assume that all Southerners just say Roll Tide. Doesn't matter where they're from. If they're from the South, you just say Roll Tide. Let's check the Sprouts and see if another Sprout went shiny just in case before we leave. Imagine. Nope. No extra Sprouts. Not bad. Not bad at all. Alright, let's leave. Maybe I should go over here and check this end real quick, because I don't know. Who knows? Nope, nothing. Alright, we're leaving. Not bad at all. The Bellsprouts have been knocked out. 2 of them have, in fact. By some random chance. Now then, let's see how to do renaming, because I actually don't know how to do that in this game. It hasn't been relevant until just now. Get them out of here. There it is. Alright. I said we do it. Monkey. I guess the next monkey that we get will just be called Monkey. I feel like that's gonna be a requirement. Monkey now lives in the terminal. We're never gonna see him again. He just lives in there. That's his new home. All right. Where that's... Is that on the outside or is that on the inside? What's the worst shiny hunting method? Sword and Shield. Hands down, Sword and Shield. Sword and Shield eventually got good with the DLC, but on initial release, that shiny hunting method with the chaining was insane. It was completely useless and a complete waste of time. I hated every second of it. I'm going to go ahead and burn a 4 on it. BDSP's radar at least left me with hope. Sword and Shield left me with no hope. I knew that we were just fucked. There was no hope for Sword and Shield on initial release. Like, if... Oh, come on! Well, actually, there are Slowpoke in range. That is an awful spawn, though. We are resetting on 2, and that's it. What did you attack? Oh boy, this is gonna suck. Okay, we got the wind pod. We just need to destroy some more floating balls. I feel like we may just want to abandon this one and just move on instantly. This feels like a lost cause. Let's see. Well, that's actually pretty far. Well, what is it? Let's see. So male, female, male. Is that far enough to actually count, though? That's farther than it usually is. .36 female, 135 male. Is that actually working? It is resetting them. Wait. Oh, we actually have a way to do this. Okay. That's unexpected. Okay, so we're not doing fly strategies for this. Maybe we'll get a Slowpoke. Alright, well, I'm just going to mash A and not look at the screen, so eventually someone can tell me if a shiny shows up. In the meantime, I don't know what I'm going to look at. I'm going to look at something else and just gap. Guys, my apartment is just completely full of boxes. This is ridiculous. There's so many boxes lying around my office right now. I hate it. I guess that's true, but the amount of time you have to sink into it for so little reward is insane compared to the other shiny hunting methods. Because at least with the radar, yeah, you have to give it some attention, but I will never forget sitting on a couch and finally getting to the point of... It took me like 2 hours to get to the point on a shiny Shinx. But then once I got the shiny Shinx, I got like 10 shiny Shinxes before it broke. So like, it was tough to set up, but then like the payout was just like bonkers. So yeah, I don't think radar is very good, but I think radar was... I still think the Sword and Shield, like, at least with radar chaining, I gave that an attempt. I actually did some radar chaining, whereas in Sword and Shield, I didn't bother with that chain hunting thing because it was awful. Oh, it was so bad. God, it was so bad. I hated it. It took so long. It was so tedious. Ugh. I still think to this day the best shiny hunting method they've ever created was in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire with the Dex Navving. The Dex Navving was perfect. It was perfect. Nobody's ever going to convince me that Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire wasn't superior for shiny hunting. Like, the Dex Navving was just great. I don't know if any of y'all got to try the Dex Navving in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, but guys, just trust me, it was really good. It was really good. Even to this day, I went back and was doing it like a month or two ago, and I was just like, yeah, this is still just as good as it used to be. This still feels great. Just chill on the couch, look at it every now and then, just get shinies every like 40 minutes. It's not bad. Not bad return rate, not a bad way of doing it. You always have that excitement of, oh, is this it? Nope, next one. It was good. It was good. I think, though, so Radar's pretty bad. I think one of the things, though, that we also need to consider in terms of one of the worst shiny hunting methods is Sun and Moon. I feel like we should have a conversation about Sun and Moon, because I think Sun and Moon's shiny hunting method was okay, but I think it also was, like, miserable sometimes. She played Super Smash Bros. Olimar play... I mean, you can really make yourself suffer and play Game & Watch. Let's go gambling! Woo! Fun fact, when I actually was playing Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, there were 3 characters that I was using more than anything else, pretty much for most of the game's history until the very end. Was Bowser, was the one I always used to start with. But the other 2 I used was Olimar and the Inkling. Those were kind of like my main 3 that I used until I started getting really competitive, and when I started getting really competitive, I started using Pac-Man. Pac-Man was not my vibe, but like Pac-Man was like really strong. Oh, I'd play Olimar like hundreds of times before I'd play Game & Watch. I do not like Game & Watch. If he had been in on release, I probably would have played Ridley. Ridley's pretty cool. Wow, okay. Ness and Lucas, I could not stand. I couldn't tolerate either of them. Those characters just don't make any sense to me. I remember, so Smash Ultimate was really popular at my college, and I remember there was one guy that played Villager that was the most... Oh my god. There was a guy who played Villager, and there was a guy who played Toon Link. Toon Link was the one that bane of my existence. That guy was the bane of my existence. He was incredibly hard to beat. Which is the reason why I started playing Pac-Man, because Pac-Man was the only one that would take games off of him. I couldn't take games off him with the other ones, but Pac-Man I could. Your main is K. Rool? Hell yeah. Honestly, I forgot that K. Rool was added to Ultimate, and it's funny because he was one of the ones I voted for when they had the voting thing open all that long time ago. K. Rool was the one that I was like, just slammed in instantly. It was like, put him in the game, you cowards! Like, why has K. Rool not been added? Like, Nintendo was, like, allergic to K. Rool for the longest time, and I honestly don't know why. Oh. Why has my OBS stopped scrolling? If I missed any messages on YouTube, I apologize, but my OBS decided to not show messages. Guys, there's still no Slowpoke. Something, the Slowpoke is taking too long to arrive. The joke writes itself. If I put some kind of machine on this to spam the A button for me and walked away, I'm sure that before the Hoopa hole closes, we'd have a shiny Slowpoke sitting here. Now the question is, will my sanity last? That I don't know. I'll use Water Gun. Actually, no, I'm just going to use Water Suck. Wait. I just thought of one word that ruins calling out Pokemon to use moves. Because you know in the anime, they're always like commanding, like, use this, use this. Imagine if they put a please in front of it. Squirtle, please use water gun. Bulbasaur, please use leash seed. Implying the Pokemon can just be like, nah, just sit there and do nothing. Please, sir, can you use a leech seed? We need to beat this enemy. Most played character is Incineroar. Ah, yes, the cat with colossal hands. The whole training thing and not being able to use them, that continued. I think that's also in Scarlet and Violet. That's not something that went away. I'm 100% positive that's in Scarlet and Violet as well. Because I want to say that I ran into that when I was trying to cheat through everything. Yeah, Charizard was ignoring Ash in the anime. No, they hate fun, so they're just going to make it now so that if your Pokemon, even Pokemon you catch, if they get within 5 levels of a gym, they're just going to start ignoring you. Aw, man. Real talk, I really want them to bring back something like what they had in Black and White with the difficulty levels. Oh, Litten also ignores him. I did not actually know that. I haven't... Oh, are you kidding me? Guys... There's a shiny Slowpoke on the screen, and I'm pretty sure that one was not being affected by the teleporting we were doing. I'm pretty sure that one just happened to show up. It's funny they changed his color. He's not the same color he was. He's purple now. Look at him. Look at him. He's purple. The purple boy. He's purple. Purple. Purple boy. Alright, well, Slowpoke has been acquired on accident. I mean, intentionally, I guess, but I'm not so sure that it was my resetting that did it. I don't think I caused that to happen. I'm pretty sure that that just happened on its own. So, I'm not gonna complain. Oh, there's the golden ball. It's way down there. I'm blind. Well, I guess now we have to do this. Behold, another one has been checked off. And we're just gonna leave. Immediately. Because I don't want to be in this hole anymore. Goodbye, Hoopa. So, the 2 shiny sounds going off is a weird glitch. It's a weird glitch. I'm at the point now where I've been ignoring it whenever I hear 2 of them go off that fast. Because... it, like, how do I explain this? Because I don't fully understand what causes it to trigger, but it happened to me consistently when I was offline. It would do it when you get close, and then it does it again when you get line of sight. So the reason why 2 went off is because I got close enough to trigger it without looking, and then it triggered again when I looked at it. It is a weird visual, it's a weird audio bug, I promise. I am like 90% certain there was not another shiny there. If there was, I've been trained too well by all that offline stuff I was doing, where every time 2 of them went off, there was never 2. It was always just a 1. All right, I'm going to go ahead and reset to see if we can get something else. We still need to find Tyrantrum. We need Tyrant. We need Kangaskhan. I have seen Delibird, so I know Delibird's possible at least. Do do do. Do 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 do. I wonder what this game would have looked like if they had had an extra year of development. You guys ever wonder about that? Like, if this came out next year, what it would look like? Like, what would it look like if it had an extra year to cook? Nope. Wrong water starter. That means that there's not going to be the other one there. Don't need those anymore. Don't need those. Wow, I think we're just going to go straight into a reset. Yeah, we're just going straight into a reset. I have to teach a bunch of old people how to do Warhammer tomorrow night. I don't know that I have all... Stunfisk! I don't know that I have all my notes ready to go. So we'll see. I got to teach some folks how to play Warhammer, and there's a mask. I don't know if I have everything ready that I need to. What is that? What is that? Oh, wow, that's a weird silhouette. Well, there's Dondozo. Guys, I finally started pronouncing Dondozo correctly. It's finally happened. I have finally gotten it at long last. Donbozo. Instead of Dodonzo. Yeah, the one that was in the middle was Grievard. However you pronounce that. Houndstone's Evolution. It took me a second to realize what it was. It looked really funky. I was like, what is that? And I was like, oh, it's just a really weird angle. It's a Jigglypuff seen from above. Get wrecked, nerds. Imagine that's what the dude giving that test had come out and said. He just like, haha. Get wrecked, nerds. Y'all got it wrong. Y'all suck. Hey, there's Bot. Hey, where are we? What? Swablu. Okay, where's the Stunfisk? All that matters is where's the fish. Gosh dang it, I'm too used to, It's come full circle. Okay, Pidgeotto's up there. That's not... crap. The Stunfisk is over here. Man, they're just barely in range. Yeah, they're just barely in range. That's unfortunate. The only... Are they in range of the portal, though? I think no. I am not so sure that we can complete the bonus objective here if we try to shiny hunt this thing. Not so sure that we can even shiny hunt this in general on this place. There's nothing in there. Oh, hey, thanks. Oh my god, stop emoting and attack. You idiot. I'm telling you to attack. Get in there. I despise the fact in this game that when you throw Pokemon out, if you're in combat, it just does this stupid emote for like 3 seconds and just doesn't do anything. Gets punched in the face. You get punched in the face. Everybody gets punched in the face. And he's just too busy emoting to do anything. Yeah, methinks that Stunfisk is not happening on this pass. It's just a bad spawn. It's a really bad spawn. I keep looking around. I'm kind of working on completing the objective right now instead of actually looking for a way to hunt. Oh, catch it undetected. That's not going to work. Oh, Hawlucha was here. Well, shucks. That's unfortunate. He is in an awful spot. Onix is here. Why are there so... Okay, whatever. I don't understand. It's Hawktua! Hawlucha's evolving! It evolved into Hawktua! Hawlucha! You spit on that thing. I say it so fancy. I say it with my pinky finger raised. That's how fancy I am. Hawktua! Hawlucha, you spit on that thing. It is super effective. Well, there's another teleport spot here, which would be great if I cared about hunting the Sandile. How did you detect me? I'm down the stairs. I'm down the stairs. What do you mean? Yeah, this is not gonna be possible as a shiny hunt. There's no way. This is a bad layout for it. The British Finnick. I'm not going to do that accent. Okay, got him. Oh no, you don't understand. There's an accent we have. There's a joke. It would make sense if I attempted it, but I'm not attempting it because I don't want anyone clipping it. Oh, hey, look, the ball. No. The only way I can describe it, how about this, is have you ever seen Monty Python? Any of the Monty Python skits? Any of them. Gosh dang it. Okay, well, nope, I can't help you then. Game & Watch. I remember when he used to be really hard to unlock, and now he's just available from the opening, if I remember correctly. All right, we're abandoning that place. That was not a good roll there, unfortunately. Was there anything else I saw that I wanted to go for this project? I don't think so. I would like to get another Yamask, but I'm not gonna go for it right now. Oh, that's curious. I want to get another Yamask eventually, but not tonight. I just want to keep working away at that project. We're leaving. All right, we're resetting. I don't want any of the rest of these. I've wasted so many Ultra Balls. I really like that this game lets you refund the balls that you miss with. It'd be interesting to know how much money I would have had to spend to recover all the ones that I missed with. I'm sure it would be in triple-digit figures already. All right, now what do we got? What are the Hoopa holes? We have lots of hot garbage so far. Yes, indeed. What in the world is... What is that? What is that? I'm not moving off this. See, I was wondering if it was grapple locked. Because the small one looks like a Clobbopus, but the middle one didn't look like a grapple locked. That was confusing. Man, I actually do need that as a shiny. He got a big forehead. He got a huge forehead. He really needs to comb that hair forward to try and hide a little bit of that. You know what? It's not on the hit list, but I'm going to do it anyway. It's not on the list, but we're going to go for it. We're just going to see. And maybe there's a Hawlucha in there. Who knows? It's one of the few shinies from Sword and Shield that I actually like. I don't like Grapploct as a Pokemon. I think it's kind of boring, and I think the typing on it is not great. I think it should have been a different typing, but I do think it has a really good shiny. Where is it at, though? It just looks like he's on that wall. Is he down below on the wall? I don't want to jump down there. Oh, wait. I think I see it. Yep. Well, feller, I guess we're going to use our 4-star jelly donut to do this. It'd be funny if you could make the onigiri in this game. Like, ah, yes, jelly donut. Oh my god. Okay. Well, there's no Halucha. Yeehaw, feller. We're gonna go ahead and stay here for a little bit, though, and just see what happens. It's not for the project. This is just because I'm curious. No Hawktwa. We are Twaless. We hawked, but we had no Twa. They hawked so we could Twa. The thing remains unspat. That's a good one. I approve. Okay, so while we have a moment of silence here and I'm working on this, side story real quick, just because I think this is fascinating from a game design perspective. I started playing Fallout 4 again recently, and I know that most people aren't going to care, but I'm bringing this up because there is one thing about this that some people might find interesting. This is the first game that I have seen where the speed, your FPS, your frames per second, determines how fast the game runs. I have never seen anything like this before in my life. If you cap it at 30 frames per second, you get massive input lag. If you cap it at 60 FPS, the game runs like it's supposed to. Now, if you uncap that FPS and you use the rig that I have, for some reason, everything in the game runs at 3 times speed. Your character runs at 3 times speed, you shoot at 3 times speed, you get shot at 3 times speed. I have no idea what in the world they were doing when they coded this game, but it is fascinating to me that they have coded the game's speed around the FPS. It is mind-boggling. I have no idea why they did it or how that even happened. Fallout 4, that's the game. Fallout 4. 30 FPS, input lag. 60 FPS, normal speed. 240 FPS, the game flies for no reason. There's no reason that game should be like that. Fallout 4 has no excuse for when it came out. And the games it was competing with at the time, it does not make any sense. They clearly designed it specifically for console, and then when it came to PC, they were like, eh, YOLO. They had an FPS cap button on something like extremely. Oh wow, really? That's weird. Is there a reason why they had to do that for old ones? Yeah, for Fallout 4, it makes absolutely no sense. I fought it for about an hour before I figured out what was happening. It took me an hour. And then I was like, what? It's been fascinating to me ever since. Oh, wow, really? That's weird. I mean, it makes sense. Most of Bethesda is run by people in their 90s, so. It'd be funny if a Bethesda employee actually watched this stream and we just roasted them for no reason. Yeah, one of my 7 viewers. Right, actually, it keeps coming and going. 7 or 8. I don't know how many we're at right now. It keeps, the YouTube one keeps flicking between 2 and 3. One of the 8 people in here is a Bethesda employee. They got roasted for no reason. All right. Oh my god, we actually got a shiny Clobbopus. There's a shiny Clobbopus. Holy crap. I actually was about to leave because I was like, nah, I'm not too worried about it. Where'd he go, though? Oh, there he is. Yeah, so there you saw the double shiny effect. It was the same one. It just glitched. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and try and see if we can get the bonus objective knocked out. And then we're leaving. Oh no, I wasn't coming. I didn't come in here with plans to leave with a shiny, just so we're clear. It's one of those where I was like, I'm gonna do this a few times and then just give up and leave. It was the turbo button. I wonder if people in tournaments on old PCs did that to cheat. Like, I wonder if that's how that would have worked. Like, you just cheat by turning up your FPS. We are going to have to... Wow, that Machoke is booking it. He's gone. Sucks for marketing. Wow, who would have thought? I want that. There's so many berries sitting at the top of this. So many berries. All right, we get this. We get this. And then we leave. You idiot! No! Go back up there. All right. Oh, not bad, not bad, not bad. We're 2 hours into stream and we've gotten 4 things. We've gotten 4 things on the list plus an extra. A couple extras, actually. Not too shabby. From Wikipedia page on the turbo button. CPU which ran faster than blah, 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 use it, which limits to be free. Games are often rendered unplayable due to the reduced time allowed to react to the game. Wow. That's such a weird thing. I guess it makes sense, but it's just one of those things that you never really think about. You know, you just kind of take it for granted that games run at the speed they run at. Oh. That's a weird one. Had to do a double take on that one. That poor, profile picture looked weird. Oh. Mm-hmm. 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 It's small. Man, it's a small hyperspace, which means it's the one that we just came from, which means that the fly reset is all but guaranteed. I think I go for it. I think I go for it. We're gonna send it and see what happens. Let's do this. YOLO. Yeehaw. Let's do this. YOLO. Yeehaw. Roll Tide. Off we go. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Okay. It should be the exact same one that we just did, theoretically. So let's see what happens. Speaking of Southerner football. Oh, crap, it's this one. Oh, crap, it's this one. That's not good. Ah, oh, no! Well, this is a waste. This is not going to work. Ah, oh, that's unfortunate. I completely had written off that it could be anything except for the one that we just came from. I forgot this was one of the possibilities. I completely forgot. That's so annoying and unfortunate. Man. Alright. Easy. We're gonna go ahead and complete the objective in here to try to get at least a partial refund on what we did. But yeah, there's no way we're getting a Larvitar out of this one, unfortunately. Aw, Kneeling Dweller has been taken out back. Goodbye, robot. The Alpha Larvitar is interesting, but I don't think I really care too much. I'm not like too concerned about Alphas personally because I know that they're only going to stay in this game. Bot dead and reported. Excellent. Good kill. Another night, another dead bot. It still drives me nuts. I beat a dead horse. I know I do, but it still is baffling to me that these bots are actually turning over enough money to keep running. That means that people are funding them. A lot of people are funding them. We do not fund bots on this channel. I refuse. It goes against my code of honor. I'm too dang proud to do it. Way too dang proud. I didn't see... oh. Oh. Hawktwa, you say? Hawktwa. There's a sound effect in Super Paper Mario. Sounded like the words War Eagles. Pistol Brawl. Is she super? Nice. The only one of those that I have story-wise wasn't for football. It was in the old Warcraft 3. The peasants had different voice lines they would do, and one of them was, "Job's done." But every time he said it, my mother always heard dog turds or milk duds, and every single time, without fail. If she heard it, she would sound off from across the house with dog turds or milk duds. Every time. Story time over. That was it. That was all I had. No further story. I'm gonna go ahead and feed it tomato berries. Let's just make a bunch of big ones, and we don't have to think about it for a little bit. Yeah, let's just send it. I feel like maybe I'm at the point where I should try and make a couple of shiny donuts, but it's such a obnoxious pain. I don't think I want to. When will you be dead and reported? After the next wave of ninja assassins gets to you. Don't worry, they're on their way. They will succeed where their predecessors failed. We've been training them. I was gonna say we've been training them well, but then I paused and thought about it for a minute. It's like, nah, we just kind of trained them. Gigglefist. That's what I'm gonna change my Twitch username to. We're gonna change it to Gigglefist. That's gonna be my new ID. Oh, it's actually inside the thing. That's annoying. It's also one of those things where every now and then I think about the fact that there's a name difference between YouTube and Twitch, but I always land on the thing of, I'll care eventually. I'm not worried about the difference between the YouTube and Twitch names just yet. It hasn't been a problem. Also because I keep forgetting about the fact that I put my Twitch URL up here. I honestly forgot. Technically yours is different too. I think it's different for a lot of people. Just one of those things where it's like, it's always in the back of my mind, but I just haven't felt like any necessity to change it just yet. Yours is also different? Man, you're all different. I guess it's probably like more of a common phenomenon than I think. I just think like all the big like YouTubers and streamers I see always have their names unified, but like if you look at them on YouTube, it's the same thing as Twitch, it's the same thing as Discord, it's the same thing. Pretty sure you have to put an @ Oh, you did put an @ never mind. Ignore me. I'm fine. I'm fine. Yeehaw. It is in fact glowing. You pinged the real Dolphy and they're sitting here wondering who the hell is this Dolphy gaming person and why are they copying my name? See, the viewer count went up slightly. You've summoned them. They're here now. They want to know why you have pinged them. Man, this is funny. I think the Hawlucha are in range. I think this is gonna work. There are Hawlucha over here too. Oh my god, this is the Delphox situation all again. We can do this. All right, Hawlucha time. Who's ready to press A? Literally. What? Wait. Oh my god, hang on. I want to look at this real quick. Let me pop Twitch open another one. I gotta see. That's crazy. There's no way. I can't even find them. There's a dolphin streaming Helldivers right now. There's a dolphin streaming... There's a dude whose name is Dolphin Sock. What does that mean? Twitch TV/ Okay, hang on. I'm gonna do this. That'd be funny if, like, you actually summon them. Oh my god, it really is just a dolphin getting shot. What the fuck? There's nothing... They stream Valorant. They have donations set up? What the fuck? Wow, that's, like, really confident to have donations set up when you don't even have double-digit, like, viewers. Just so we're clear, I have no intention of setting up donations like anytime soon. I'd have to be like close to 100 viewers before I'd even consider it. I mean, realistically, honestly, setting up the Discord server was pretty great. Like... Yeah, it's a small Discord server, but it has to build from somewhere. Eventually, it'll turn into something. I mean, we're reasonably active on here. Eventually, people will file into the Discord. And the more people who file into the Discord, the more tight-knit the community gets. Yes, all of their tiles were in Spanish. I still don't know why their name is Dolphy when they were shooting a dolphin. That doesn't make any sense. That's weird. Just keep resetting. And go shiny eventually. And yeah, so we've had this exact pattern before for those watching this who haven't been watching for a while. There was a Delphox Brazian spawn that was in this exact spot. And it worked. We got a shiny on both ends, so we know that this is resetting both sides. They also haven't streamed in 2 years. Well, that's what happens when you shoot a dolphin. I mean, props to the guys who are streaming Valorant and things like that with like 3 viewers or something. That's a hard category to do anything in. Of course, then there's me who also was streaming in Scarlet and Violet, which is also an impossibly hard category to stream in. So, well, I guess I can't say anything. It's hitting that point of the night where I'm starting to get really tired. I just felt it hit. I'm starting to get really tired. We must keep going. We must get a shiny Hawlucha and be done with Hawlucha. Man, that list is really starting to look pretty complete. Like, this is great. Instead of the whole thing being... The edibles kicked in! Man, I wish. God, I wish. Actually, speaking of edibles, I wonder if I'm still in range of Insomnia Cookies. I'm only like... I moved 7 minutes further south. I don't know if that took me out of range of my Insomnia Cookies or not. That was one of my favorite delivery services. Just getting warm cookies delivered straight to your door is fantastic. If y'all don't have an Insomnia Cookies in range of you, I'm so sorry. Insomnia Cookies, Crumble Cookie, like there's a couple of different options for that one. If y'all can, check it out. It's worth it. You'd be surprised how nice it is. We go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And at some point, it's going to change color. Then we celebrate. In the meantime, we try to think of other things to talk about. We're definitely slowly exhausting the list of potential subjects to discuss. Would anyone else care to suggest a topic for talking about? Because I'm running out of ideas. How far down that rabbit hole are you going, bro? You're gonna know everything about this guy by the time you get to the end of this. Like, this guy was last seen at this address 10 years ago. 5 years ago, he was seen a little bit further south over in this location. His mother's maiden name is... The name of his first pet was... This guy went to the bathroom 18 minutes ago. No. That makes sense. That's still pretty funny though, because it makes it sound like you're like doing a deep dive into this guy and tracking down every possible detail about him. It's like we were going to find out everything about this dude. This fake Dolphy, we got to figure out everything about him. This is one of those shiny hunting methods where you can kind of just do this and lull yourself to sleep eventually. Got nothing better to do? Fair enough. Fair enough. Not feeling any specific games right now? Not feeling God of War or Helldiver? Or nothing like that striking your fancy at the moment? See, I don't know what to do when I become primary monitor content for somebody. I always stream under the operational idea that I am second monitor content, because I should be second monitor content. I always pretend I am second monitor content. Make all your opponents rage. Zach's having fun over there. Game & Watch is working for him. Yeah, but no, like, if you're, like, bored enough at the point that you got nothing to do, then this is terrible primary monitor content. Let's be real. This is the worst primary monitor content you could find, I think. Because realistically, all this shiny hunting consists of is just teleporting and warping. And that's it. There's no action, there's no drama, there's no mystery. Oh no, I have to hydrate again. Man, I was in the middle of a good rant. I was talking. Well, those are certainly Twitter accounts to find. Santa. There was actually a movie where it was based around that typo. Some kid trying to send a letter to Santa and he sent it the wrong way. Tell him you would like a dolphin. Just one dolphin. That we definitely are not going to eat and barbecue. I am checking the Hot Lucha way too frequently. I should just keep spamming the button. But it's like... Yeah, it was played by Jack Black. Okay, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I've never seen that movie, but I've seen enough of it to understand the plot. Like, a little bit of the plot. Barely any of the plot. I need to get over my seafood addiction. Nah. Honestly, I'm getting more and more hungry the more I think about it. What? Nah, speaking of seafood, like, there's so many things seafood related that I would love to eat, but they just don't have it in my area. Like I mentioned it at the beginning of the stream when we first started talking about this, but like actually getting my hands on unagi or something like that would be fantastic. Because it looks so good. Like, it's such a weird dish, but it looks so good. Oh, the other seafood thing that I'm fond of that freaks everybody out because of what I named it, or the name it was given, I should say, is Crunchy Spider Surprise. Anyone want to take a wild guess what Crunchy Spider Surprise is as a seafood dish? It makes sense once you realize. It's one of those things where it's like you hear the name and you're like, what? Their last stream was titled... What? Oh, hey, there we go. We're done with Halucha. How do I get down here without dying? Alright, we're done with Halucha. Another target down. Thank goodness. Let's mark that off. The hawk is done. We have Hawk Twad. I think we can just leave now. I don't think there's anything else here that could have rolled shiny with what we were doing. I think everything else was just slightly too far out of range. I'm also speaking from experience with the Delphox. Oh, I just realized we could still... Oh, we still have time. Crap. Okay, we're going to go back and we're going to catch another Halucha and see if we can't knock this out real fast. Where was the sludge? Was that above? 80085 hasn't streamed before. Oh, you know what? That actually makes sense that it's like an auction channel because it's an ID number. That's the idea for their auction, I guess. That makes complete sense. That's weird, though. Auction? What were they auctioning? Wait, hold on a second. Now I'm curious. What were they... Can you see what it was? I don't remember where the slime was. They were auctioning busts. Wow. Well played. Well played. Alright, I have no idea where the ball's gonna appear. Oh, there's a ball up there. Oh, but I need to find the gold one. I don't know where the gold one is. Oh, this is bad. Where's the golden one? For alligator, you're the worst. I don't think we're gonna get the golden ball. I don't know where it is. Oh, that was just the title of their stream. I see. So we don't know what they actually were doing. That's unfortunate. Oh, there's the golden ball. Now the question is, can I go back over and get the other one? I don't think we can make it to the other one in time, but we're gonna try. Let's do this. Time's up. Leroy Jenkins. We're going. We're going? I think we're actually gonna make this. As long as I don't mess up and fall off the tower or do something stupid. Booyah. Was that a hawk flying at me at the last second? How did it let us teleport? I'm pretty sure there was a... I think there was a Hawlucha flying straight at my face. Wow, that's a weird wall to spawn in beside. Not bad, not bad. Okay, 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 okay. Is there anything else? Ah, oh, I'm not falling for that again. Yeah, it's small. I'm not falling for that again. We're not doing it. Nope, 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 nope. We wasted one earlier. We're not wasting another. I'm not impressed with any of these other ones. I just want to reset, I think. We need to get more balls, too. Let's go ahead and go back to the Pokemon Center, get more balls, and then reset. Do, 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 do. That should work. I know there are people who really care about what ball they catch a Pokemon in. I really don't care. Because most of the time you don't even know. You can't even tell. You don't see what it is when it goes out in battle. It's too small. Seeing it on the Pokemon's chart is usually a hunt. I couldn't tell you what any of them were caught in, so I'm at the point now where I just catch everything in Ultra Balls because it's the easiest. I used to care in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. I did care. I was catching them in very specific balls, and then just slowly devolved into, I don't know why I care. If you still care, more power to you. You have the right to care. I personally, however, am not worried about it anymore. That's a Tinkaton. I stared at that one for a second. I was like, what was another Clobopus? Oh, no. I don't want to do round 2 with this thing. Does anybody remember what happened the last time we had a Dedenne? I sure remember. I'm still sour about it because we lost a little dude. A Tynamo. Let's do this again. Maybe we can lose something else this time. Why not? Emolga? Dedenne! Okay, that's not bad. Actually, that's really easy to reset if we use this one. Oh, wow. Emolga. Bagon. Bagon, these nuts. I think that's out of range. I'm like 100% certain that's out of range. Because the Emolgas are out of range when you teleport. And the Emolgas are closer than these little guys. Yeah, I say these are out of range. We're sending it. All right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we're teleporting back and forth between 2 points once more. I hope you really enjoy teleporting between 2 points. Back and forth, back and forth. The good news is I do still need an Emolga, I'm pretty sure, just for the overall shiny dex, so this isn't that bad. But for the sake of this project, we need to... Oh my god, there's a shiny Emolga already. Wait, what? Hold up, hold up. That's a shiny Emolga. Oh my god, it instantly went shiny. I should have saved before doing that. That could have ended badly. Okay, well, Emolga's taken care of. Ladies and gentlemen, Emolga is taken care of. Huh. I just instantly had to look at the Dedenne just to see if maybe there was a chance it also just went shiny instantly. That was weirdly fast and not a good sign of how long it's going to take to get the Dedenne. I had to instantly look at Twitch chat to see if Infernal had triggered the shiny sparkle noise. That wasn't Infernal, though. There's another shiny. There's another shiny. I heard it go off. There's... What the fuck? What do you mean? What do you mean? What? What do you mean? There's 2 of them. What? Why? I'm not here for a Molga. I'm not here for a Molga. What do you mean we've gotten 3? What do you mean we've gotten 3? I just got here and I have 3 Emolga already. I'm not here for the Emolga. I need the Dene. Oh, God. Come on. I got so much Ebola. Look at all this Ebola that I have. Gosh dang it, man. That's insanely lucky and also insanely unlucky at the same time. What in the world? I needed an Emolga. I needed 1. I didn't need 3. Did they both go shiny at the same exact time? Like, that was 1 single roll, and 2 of the 6 both rolled shiny. No, you stop that. You stop that. I can't believe it, man. I'm flabbergasted. I'm totally flabbergasted. I cannot believe. I haven't had that happen yet. That is a first. That's a first on stream. Everybody got to see it. I have not seen a situation where 2 things go shiny at the same exact time that I don't need that fast after getting another one. Double it and give more to the next person. That immediately makes me think of that that skit that one guy did where people kept doubling it and the guy just progressively got more and more unhinged as time went on. He's like, they just kept doubling it. Well, how much is it up to now? It's up to like $3 billion. And he said to double it. God, we're not gonna see Dedenne now. If we see Dedenne now after that, that's gonna be unbelievable. Like, theoretically, to stay within odds and not have the whole odds system get out of control, theoretically, we have to cycle through like 3,000 Pokemon now to actually see another one. The odds of us seeing a shiny Dedenne tonight are almost completely gone. I might as well just leave. But I'm gonna keep going because I'm really stubborn and stupid. Stubborn and stupid is really a heck of a combination, but I got both of them, so we're covered. Nobody worried? I got it. And if anybody needs a little bit of extra stubborn stupidity, I got you covered. We got plenty to share. Got a double dosage from that. Mega By these, oh my god, wait a second. Can Emolga assemble into a Voltron just like Phalanx? Imagine Emolga stacking together like a Mega Phalanx. It's so low it will happen during this portal. If it does, I will eat my shoe. Live on stream. After that madness that just unfolded, yeah, I'll eat my shoe if the Dedenne turns shiny. There's no way. Honestly, what I'm expecting is another Emolga is gonna go shiny, so we'll come out of this with like 6 Emolga. Like, why can't it do that with something that actually is a 3-stage evolution? Like, that'd be great. We just fill out an entire slot in our shiny living decks instead of stacking Emolga for no reason. Keep your... Oh, no. What if I just bail on the portal and we just leave early? We could just leave like right now and be fine. Actually, I did see one video where somebody said they'd eat their shoe and they actually went and made a cake that looked like their shoe and they ate that. So hypothetically, I can get somebody to bake a cake that looks like my shoe and we can eat that live on stream. Wait, I know somebody who likes baking. I wonder if I can get her to do that if that happens. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. It's not going to be a Better Call Saul. It's going to be Better Call Bobby. We can get her to make a cake. Legal move. That's funny. I'll see if I can do that. If a Dedenne goes shiny, I will speak to the one cook that I know and see if she can make it happen. Cause that's funny. You commit to the bit. You son of a gun! I wasn't looking at the screen. I was starting to look. God, that one actually did make my heart jump. It made my heart jump for a split second, and then I was like, that was too loud. There's no way that was a real one. Also, this is the first time in a very long time that we've been double-digit viewers between YouTube and Twitch. First time in a very long time. Actually, this may be the first time, period. I don't think this has happened before. So, suffice to say, welcome everybody. This is what happens when we teleport back and forth between 2 points. This stream might as well just be called Watch as I Teleport Between 2 Points and get like a million shiny Emolga for no reason. Here's where we shiny hunt and yap about random things. You've had really good timing tonight. Yeah, your timing with some of these has been on point. There's only been a few where like it's gone off while I was looking at the chat. So, anybody else have anything they want to talk about while we're sitting here in this lull of silence, teleporting between 2 points, waiting for something else ridiculous to happen? Okay, that's rude. That's rude. Okay, back to back, I was not expecting like that. That's just mean. Now I'm going to be watching chat. Now I'm going to be watching chat specifically. You know what? I wonder if that's getting anybody right now who's watching this. I wonder if you're not only just getting me with the sparkle noises, if you're also getting any other viewers who are watching who are just second monitor contenting, hearing it go off and being like, oh, did he get one? Nope, it's just Infernal pressing the button again. Which doesn't show up in the chat. Wait, where's my chat display? Has chat not been showing up on screen this entire time? I need someone to say something. Oh, there it was. Okay, good. Fantastic. I looked up and I didn't see anything on there, and I immediately was like, oh no. The people need to be able to see what the people are saying. Yeah, I just thought that the text lingered for a little bit longer when someone typed something. I know the redeems didn't show up, but I thought like when you type in something, like even what you said right there, I thought it would stay up on screen. That was a huge Emolga. I thought it would stay up on screen just like an extra 5 or 6 seconds longer than what it did. It goes off the screen pretty fast compared to what I was thinking. I wonder how likely it is I'm going to end up eating my shoe. Probably not very likely. I kind of want to go and look and see if anything has spawned specifically on this roof up here by my side. That roof right here, I think, is in range to potentially spawn something, and I want to go look at it. Wait, low-key, there's a strategy here for getting the dolphins to eat a lot before we grill them. Oh, dang it. I missed. Where is it? How do we get up there? Stop trying to grill. We have embodied Louie. Specifically Louie. Who will try to eat all the things tonight. I don't know why tonight it's been so food themed. It usually isn't like this. I mean, anyone... Yeah, sure, you can have the shorts. Okay, there is literally nothing up here. So it's just Emolga and a Dene. And there's nothing else on this reset cycle that can be getting hit. Unless I go to the opposite side and then it changes. It's because you keep trying to eat. It's just become the theme for the night, alright? It's fine. It's just tonight's theme. It's just eating weird food. Nope, I was watching chat that time. Not that time. Did not give me that time. Eat Infernal, I can't. He's literally just fire. He's literally just fire. I'm not eating fire. He's not Calcifer. It's not like I get some weird crazy powers if I eat him. I'm pretty sure I would just get like, you know, heartburn. The sight of violence and death. See? Exactly. It's like eating a ghost pepper. Oh yeah, I should probably also do my spiel while I'm sitting here. For those interested in this type of content, we do this every Wednesday, basically. We're trying to do this shiny hunting project where Infernal and Dolphy built the list that we currently see on the screen that we're hunting for. So we're going to be doing this every Wednesday until we get that list knocked out. Mondays and Fridays are kind of random right now, and there's not really like any consistency to what's getting streamed. We've been doing some Pikmin content. We've been doing some Dark Souls-like content. We're kind of all over the place except on Wednesdays. We also have a Discord where we post lots of stuff. Most of it's Simstable, and then every now and then something psychotic shows up. Speaking of psychotic, I saw it out of the corner of my eye. You didn't give me that time. Good attempt. Good attempt, but no banana. Oh, speaking of no banana, I just realized that my YouTube thumbnail is still that thing about the banana. Because it literally won't let me change it, so it's just permanently stuck as look at my banana. I completely forgot about that. It's been the banana since Bonanza, because it won't let me change it. Every time I try, it says no. So it's just permanently stuck as a banana. I guess out of anything for that to get stuck as, at least the banana is kind of funny. The Finnick on the gigantic banana. That's funny. I completely forgot about that. I'm surprised people still click on the thumbnail when it's literally just a banana. Psychotic, wait. Was your username actually Psychotic Jellyfish at one point, Infernal? Are you being serious, or is that just a joke? I want to believe it. I want to believe it so badly. Because that's a sick user. Oh my god, it's actually Psychotic Jellyfish. That's awesome. That's a good one. That makes me think of like the people like, you know, on Call of Duty or whatever, where they have a name where it's like A something something. Where it's like A box of kittens killed you, or you killed a box of kittens. Like that one, if you put an A in front of it, suddenly it's you were killed by a Psychotic Jellyfish. Still no burnt toast mouse. Infernal, I don't think I'm going to be eating my shoe. We have plenty of Emolga to make shoes out of at this point, though. I think my username across the board has pretty much been Siphonix since a long time ago. Like, that was in Wrath of the Lich King where I picked Siphonix. Because I remember I was trying to come up with a Death Knight, and I kid you not, my mental processing power when I was that young was... Oh, I need to think of an aquatic name because that sounds really cool. Oh, siphon, like siphoning water. Oh, cool, Siphonix, done. That was the dumb logic that led to my name. I'm not kidding. I still like the Flying Finnick, though. The Flying Finnick, I think, is fun. It's a Flying Finnick. It's got a jetpack on its back. It's cool. It was a randomly assigned username. Oh my god, wait a second. Wait a second, because I just remembered a really good story. One of my Xbox friends back in like 2012 or 2011, whenever that was, he randomized his username and it gave him Smellier Gorgon. He then randomized it again and it kept giving him variations of Smellier Gorgon. It would not give him anything else except Smellier Gorgon. It was hilarious. We literally sat there and watched him cycle through like 14 variations of Smellier Gorgon before it finally gave up on Smellier Gorgon and went for something else. I forgot about that. That's funny. You still don't know how you spell Phoenix? When there's a will, there's a way. Now that makes me think of all the stories of people who have weird usernames because they didn't know how to spell the word when they were younger. I know there are a couple of those. There's one other Twitcher on here, or where he used to be on here, but I don't think he's on here anymore, where his username was this conglomeration of the wildest letters that made no sense. And it's like, why did you choose that as your name? And he's like, it's me. Son of a... Why? Are you kidding me? Come on, man. I'm in hell. This is hell. This is the worst. This is the worst. I don't remember what I was talking about now. Now I'm just mad. I'm just mad now. What do you mean another Emolga? What do you mean another one? Come on. God. We have gotten 4 Emolga in this one hole. This hole has been oops all Emolga. Oh, Infernal. I read the first part of that where it said my brother tried to spell Fury, and my mind instantly was like, it's going to come out as Furry. Oh, the keyboard spam name. Yeah. It was a bunch of incomprehensible letters, and the long story behind it was he tried to spell Simpsons backwards. That was how he wanted to try and do his username, was he wanted Simpsons but backwards, and he just completely misspelled it, and it turned into something else. That was it. That was the whole story. I was gonna make it like more dramatic and all that, but then the Emolga just completely fried my brain. For anybody wondering who didn't see it, this is why we're mad about the fact that we have gotten Emolga. Look at this. Look at all these Emolga. Look at them all. That's 4 Emolga in this singular hole. 4 of them. That's annoying. I'm so mad. Snospins is a really bad name. I would make Emolga soup if we could at this point. This is insane. No, the name that he ended up like changing it into was like Nospimmy or something like that. It turned into Nospimmy, I'm pretty sure is what it was. That's definitely not how you spell Simpsons backwards. But it's just funny how like the actions you have as a kid with misspellings and the like names that you come up with somehow just linger for the rest of your life. And you never get away from it. Like, I genuinely, like, outside of the Flying Fennec, I have absolutely no idea what I'd call myself. Like, if I had to make up a new name, I don't know what it would be. I have no idea. Which is funny when you consider the fact that on a daily basis, I have to keep coming up with new character names. And I do it so effortlessly, but for some reason, the pressure of trying to rename myself is just too much, and I can't do it. Just a fun fact. Okay, can I please leave this hole? This feels like a lost Fuzzy Fennec ass. No, I can't do something like that. That would get me banned. The I can't say it out loud because I'm trying to be PG while streaming Pokemon. Like, I'm trying really hard to be PG. I know I've messed up a few times, but I'm trying my hardest. That is funny, though. I gotta share that one with some of my friends, because that they're gonna get a chuckle out of that one, I think. They're probably gonna start calling me that if I tell them that. That's funny. That's funny. Oh. I keep giggling about it. It keeps running through my mind. It's just so funny. Field-O-Phoenix. Oh my god. That, speaking of the Call of Duty names, if you named yourself a Field-O-Phoenix, imagine getting killed by a Field-O-Phoenix. You've been killed by a Field-O-Phoenix. Behold the field where we collect our phoenix, for they have killed you. You are now dead. You have commit die. This is insane that these Dedenne just refuse to go shiny. Also, for the full story for people behind Dedenne and why this is becoming beyond a meme, even with the Emolga, is this is not the first time that we've tried to get Dedenne while doing this project, and every time we go for Dedenne, something goes horribly wrong. So far, in this one, it's just the absolute ton of Emolga. Previous versions were me missing shinies, because I ran out of time. We lost a Tynamo in another hold that had Dedenne because the Tynamo, it just took me too long to find it. The shiny sparkle sound went off, but I didn't know where it was, and we only had like 50 seconds left. Phoenix. I mean, let's be honest, Phoenix would probably deliver your packages more safely than FedEx ever could. Hashtag we hate FedEx in this channel. No, but seriously, I have beef with FedEx. I have never had a good experience with FedEx. Ever. Not once in my whole life. USPS, fine. UPS, fine. FedEx messes up every single time. I hate FedEx. If you like FedEx, get help. Yeah, FedEx has done like the laziest stuff. FedEx is one of those where if you live on the 3rd floor apartment and you order something slightly heavy, they don't bring it up to your apartment. They leave it on the freaking sidewalk. Ask me how I know. Evil and Ups was good. Can you imagine a Mario RPG where the villains are FedEx? Super Mario RPG, the new villain is FedEx. This is the worst. FedEx got fed up. Yeah, like I said, I just got nothing good to say about FedEx. It's always been a problem. Oh, big Emolga. I'm honestly surprised that we didn't get a shiny alpha Emolga while this was all going on. Let's be real. We have so many shiny Emolga now. How did we not get a shiny alpha in the middle of this madness? That is beyond me. Emolga, oh man, don't tempt them. They're gonna make a Gigamax Emolga at some point. Oh my god. You know, that is something for everybody to think about, is the fact that we know for certain that Gigamax is going to be coming back in a Legends game pretty soon. I think it was like 2029 or 2030 was where it was at on the leaked schedule, which is almost certainly going to be accurate because everything else from it has been accurate. They are never going to bring back Z-moves. 100%. There's like no way. I don't think that's ever going to happen. I don't think we're going to see Z-moves ever again. I think that you could see Terraforms again, because I think it was like moderately popular. Obviously, we got Megas. You know, if they do Alola Legends, I think they'll just ignore Z-moves and focus on the Ultra Beasts. They'll put Megas in Alola Legends and just continue to ignore Z-moves and be like, what? Because Z-moves was just so universally hated. Okay, so from some of the interviews they've done with people, you know 100% that they are very aware that everybody hates Z-moves. They know that Z-moves did not work. There was nothing marketable about them from the first place. People hated the mechanic. Oh, they don't listen to the players, but they will listen to the money. Guess what doesn't make money? Moves. Pokemon moves do not make money. You can't market that. You can't make a plushie of a Z Crystal and expect people to get it. You can make a plushie of a Mawile and a Mega Mawile and expect people to buy it. I know because I bought one. You can make a plushie of a Gigamax form and expect people to buy it. So not only was it hated by the players, it also was hated by wallets. Ultra Beasts would be, yeah, Ultra Beasts are money. A Steelium Z. Okay, I'm just imagining all you yahoos now having a bunch of crystal plushies. That's funny. Behold my plushie, it's crystal. I snuggle up with my crystal every night. It's my pillow. Nah, see, I could see them, like, doing a Legends and really pushing hard on the Ultra Beasts instead of the Z Crystal moves. Like I said, Z Crystals were just too universally disliked. Also, this wasn't supposed to be the last hole of tonight. That's what she said. But this is gonna be the last hole tonight. That's what she said. Because we're just, like, we're getting right on 11, and we're still gonna be in here for, like, another 5 minutes. Behold my rock plushie! Pulls out Geodude. Oh, I'm sorry, the other one. Throws Geodude out the window, pulls out the Z Crystal. I wonder what the most... let me rephrase that. I wonder what the least bought Pokemon plushie is. If you look all the way down the list... which one are people just not buying? Is it going to be something like Geodude? That's actually a good point. It has to be a Pokemon that people don't explicitly hate and don't explicitly like. It has to be somewhere in the obscure area where nobody cares about it for any reason. Because people will buy it out of spite. They'll buy it out of spite and they'll buy it out of likes. So it has to be a Pokemon that just people do not care about the existence of. They have to be completely indifferent to its existence. So it would have to be something like Huntail or Kamala or something like that. Just something where, like, it's so, like, that nobody cares. Huntail's not bad, but it's definitely not one of those ones that people are, like, fiending for. But it's also not one that people hate. Like I said, so it falls in that obscure area. 50 different rock types before getting flattened. Squash Rock MZ at the bottom. Huh. This was my Rocky MZ, now it's a pancake. Now, I wonder seriously, what would be the least... what would people never... would it be like... oh man, no, but people dislike that one, so they'd probably do it just out of spite. It had to be something from one of the middle gens. It wouldn't be something from one of the first 3 gens. It'd have to be something from, like, 5. It'd have to be a Gen 5. It's Maractus. I just realized it's Maractus. No one's buying a Maractus plushie. That's the answer. That has to be the least bought Pokemon plushie of all time. Would have to be Maractus. Because most people don't remember that the thing exists. You have the Z-Ring? Wow. I knew they made a toy of it. I remembered it vaguely, but I just didn't think anybody would buy it. A sleeper 7 pick? So the problem... okay, there's one problem with thinking about Gen 7 as a pick for potentially least bought plushie. Gen 7 was a little more narrow in scope than Black and White was. So it's harder to forget about a Pokemon from that generation. Because there are just fewer of them. I guess people probably aren't chomping at the bit to buy a Dhelmise. The Dhelmise might be pretty dang low, because it's literally just an anchor. It's not exactly the most interesting plushie available. What else is there? This is just like one of those random thoughts where it's like one of these thoughts I didn't have going into stream, but now I'm thinking about it, like I can't get off of it in my head. I'm just like over-analyzing this madness. I don't know. I'm really stuck on Maractus now that Maractus has entered my brain. I just don't see anyone buying that. Stuffle absolutely did numbers. There's no way it didn't, because it is literally a plush. There's no way people weren't buying it. Okay, so number one, it's a plush. Number two, it's cute. It absolutely had to be just going off the shelves. Same with Mimikyu. I know Mimikyu was also ridiculously popular. Son of a... Ah, crap. Okay, I'm gonna have to figure out how to eat my shoe now. Well, this is unfortunate. I have to figure out how to eat my shoe. Okay, we'll figure this out. We'll figure out how to eat my shoe. Okay. For the people who missed it, I said I'd eat my shoe if we got a Dedenne out of this, because we got like 4 Emolga. I thought there was no way. I thought there was no way that was going to happen. It happened. So, yeah, I gotta figure that out now. I gotta figure out how to eat my shoe. Oh boy. Well, this is gonna be fun. Crap. Oh, it messed up the order. Come on, man. I like it being in the order that I caught them in. Did I get the Clobopus first? I did, didn't I? Yeah, I got the Clobopus first, and then it was the Hawlucha. No, you're not supposed to be over there. There we go. Alright, let's duplicate it. We have another shiny locked in on our list. Paste, duplicate, enhance. Another Pokemon knocked off the list. So there are how many left? 1, 2, 3, 4. We're down to 8. Unless I missed putting something on the list, which is entirely possible. I think that's pretty much everything, though. I don't see anything on there that we've missed. Cause yeah. Yeah, I mean, we're doing pretty good. This is one of those that we theoretically could finish on the next stream if we got lucky. But it's probably going to take 2 more streams of this before this list is knocked out. And then we get to figure out what we're doing after that. I guess when we're done with this shiny hunting project, we probably go back over to Scarlet and Violet on Wednesdays. Or we find something else to do. We'll see. I don't know. It's one of those things where we've been doing so much shiny hunting. It's at the point where it's like, oh my gosh. So much shiny hunting. I have so many things I'm going to have to knock off my list. So I have an Excel document for those who aren't aware. I have an Excel document that has all of my Pokemon for my shiny living dex on it. And I keep going and filling in things as we get them. I'm going to have to go and fill it in again and update it with everything that we got tonight. Wait, how many shinies did we get tonight? 15. It's 15. We got 15 shinies tonight for those who are keeping track at home. 15 shinies. 4 of them are Emolga. That's infuriating. Look at all these shinies we've got. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, basically 4.5 boxes worth of shinies in ZA. And we really haven't been focused on shiny hunting in this. Genuinely. This has just been like 3 hours every now and then. Yeah, 4 Emolga is insulting. But all the other ones were really good. It's just the 4 Emolga that are bad. One of them was great. The extra 3, not so great. Slowpoke, Mankey. 2 Bellsprouts. One of them is going to become a Weeping Bell. Actually, I think one of them can become a Victory Bell, because I think we have a Bellsprout already. Yeah, not bad at all. We'll probably evolve the Eevee into something, too. It's not going to be Sylveon, because Sylveon's going to go to a different one. I have a competitive Eevee, so I don't want Sylveon. Least sold would be Binacle. Oh my god, Binacle. Wait a minute. Or one of the unknown. Oh wait, no, that's actually really smart. That's a good point, because even though people are buying unknown, they're only going to buy one of the letters probably, and it's probably going to be the letter that lines up with the first initial of their name. Is there like an is unknown exclamation mark a thing? Is that a plushie? Because if it is, that's probably the one that's just being not bought. That one, or no, the question mark probably would be getting bought. Yeah, I'd say it's like X or Q is probably just never touched. I guarantee you that unknown F is the most bought one by a mile, and probably is bought in pairing with a couple other specific ones. Nah, I don't think it would be Burmy, because Burmy was in Gen 4 and there are a ton of Gen 4 people. And Burmy was one of those ones where it was so hard to get, it became like there's going to be people who are going to have like feelings about Burmy just purely because it had the difficulty of getting it from those stupid honey trees. Unknown accented E. I'm really hung up on Maractus. I'm so hung up on Maractus because it's one of those Pokemon where you forget it exists. You don't hate it. You don't love it. You just forget that it exists. It could be deleted from the game, and I'm not sure that many people would notice. Which is why I think it'd probably have the lowest plushie sales. I think ones like that from the later gens. I think it'd have to be something from like Gen 5 or Gen 7 or Gen 8. Something completely forgettable. A Spinda variant. Huh. Oh my god, can you imagine if they made plushies for every single different Spinda variant? Oh my god. Also, shoutouts, there was a guy who was trying to complete a Spindadex, a shiny Spindadex, a shiny version of every single color, of every single pattern possible for Spinda. I'm pretty sure he gave up. I'm almost 100% positive that guy gave up. Okay. On that note, on the poor guy that had to give up on the Spinda thing, it is 11:05. This is in my time. It's 11:05. This is where I always end streams. We went a little bit longer today. We've been going for about 3 hours and 13 minutes, so that's a pretty long stream. And it went pretty well, I think. I think the stream went well. We got a ton of shinies and everything. We will be back as per usual on Friday. I don't know what we're streaming on Friday, but I will be posting into the Discord, so watch Discord if you care about that type of thing. Like Rotom Wash? I think Rotom Wash actually would be... Okay, so here, there's one other thing to factor into the plushie discussion real quick before I sign off of here. Is competitive viability. So talking about the alternate Rotom forms is a good point. I bet you 10 to 1 it would be the lawnmower that no one would be buying, because that one never had any competitive viability that I can remember. Rotom Wash was a monster in Gen 6. It was in every single list. It was everywhere. That thing was a beast. So I think that the plushie sales for that one would actually be reasonably high, just purely because at one point in time it was a behemoth. So people would have bought it just purely because it's their ace. So I think that one, but the other ones, yeah, Rotom, the mower or the fan, I could see one of those. Oh, or the fridge. The fridge. Nobody used the fridge. Yeah, nobody used the fridge. Anyway, like I was saying, I'm signing off for tonight. Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate it. As per always, it was a really good night. We are double-digit numbers right now, which I don't think that's ever happened. So, thanks for hanging out. Like I said, if y'all want to get updates on the stream and what we're doing, that's always in the Discord. I keep everything up to date in there. I usually don't remember to update anywhere else because that takes too much effort. So yeah, as per usual, like I said, thank y'all for watching. I appreciate it as always. I'll be back on Friday with something. I'll figure it out at some point in my life. And with all that being said, I'm going to go to bed because I'm really tired. So thank y'all for hanging out. Y'all have a good one. Cheers. Wait, why are we dying inside? You know what? You can tell me in Discord. Cheers. Everybody have a good one. I'll catch you later. Peace. Bye. I got to hit the stop stream button now. Cheers.